Hi. It feels like Saturday, but it's not. Look, I match Lemon. Oh, isn't that cute? Hi guys. It's been a bit stressful, but it's okay. My hair's a bit curly because I went to sleep with wet hair. I finally had a shower yesterday. Heart didn't hurt in the shower, but it hurt after the shower. I don't know if that's an improvement or not. Anyway, I've already had the neck brace this morning, and I did do it. I did. Are you mocking me, sir?
I say I have no words.
You have no words. He's working very hard on admin, guys. There's a lot going on, and more will be told later. There'll be a big tale to tell one day, soon, sooner than later, I hope. Anyway, so he's doing a lot of work, all about me. I'm so annoying. So yes, he's just got to write a few things and do admin, and it's not fun. No one likes admin, especially when you're not paid for it. I think that's just bullshit. But the poor bugger has to do admin. He doesn't get paid. But anyway, guess what's coming today? Hello? Guess what's coming today? Think of water. Think of a tub. A bathtub. Yes. So the lovely guy that is our maintenance guy, he's super cool. Because basically his wife also has genetic seizures and has a genetic syndrome. And it's like, oh my goodness. And we live in Perth. So it's always rare to come across such a thing. So anyway, he's coming today to fit it in, and he said it's only going to take half an hour. I was like, but I bet you there'll be some complication because it's my life. Nothing happens easy in my life. Everyone says, it'll just be 5 minutes. It'll be fine. It's a bit like medical procedures. Oh, yeah, you'll be in and out. Complication happens. Oh, we don't see this often. Yeah, no shit. It's me. Anyway, it won't be the case. I'm sure he knows the facility. He knows the bathroom, so he probably knows. So he's probably right. So I've got a bath. I will show you. Of course, I will be in bathers because I'm going to actually show you. Because anyone disabled out there, this is a disability bath. This is a safety bath. Okay, so I will show you more about it because I think that, it's something that is share worthy because it could be something that someone else might need. And go, I didn't know that existed. I didn't know it existed until I had like these. Who was she? She was an OT, but I lost her to when they have to move to a organisation, a different one, they're not allowed to tell you where they're going. And it sucks because when you find a really good OT, and look, there's plenty of good OTs, don't worry about that. In Australia, well, in Western Australia, where I am, Perth. But yeah, she couldn't say where she was going, and I'm like, She goes, you could look me up, but... So I might try and look her up for future anyway, because she's a smart cookie. So was the second one after that, though, that took over. He was really good too. Especially with wheelchairs. He seemed really, really good with that. So he helped me make a good selection there. But she come up with a lot of great things. Like, for example, a robotic toilet for the cat. Think about that, guys. That is so important for disability, okay? And for, people who aren't disabled, who are just busy. It's good for you guys too. And also things like the RoboVac. Essential for disability. When you've got animals and you can't do the things you used to do. Me, physical exertion at the moment, can't do. Very frustrating. I have been a little sad. I wouldn't say depressed, but I've actually had quite a few days of sadness because my heart isn't happy. The last 2 showers before this one, I had major chest pain, had to buckle down, like literally curling over. But, I made it through, and I'm thinking, this is scaring me. So, of course, naturally, I'm seeking medical attention. Don't panic. Don't think, oh my God, I'm fine with. Well, I'm not fine, but I will. I don't know actually if I'm going to be fine or not. But no one will ever know with 22Q in this age group. But I will be fine because I will do the right things at every moment. But I had a shower last night and didn't have any chest pain until I laid down, which was interesting, in a recovery phase. But I was really out of breath, as if I had done. It reminds me of when I used to do my long distance running, and I still love doing my long distance running. Oh my gosh. When I used to get stressed, I'd just go for a run. Just run it off. Loved it. I had a nice little track I used to do. And it's funny because in the area I lived in, because I lived there for years with my kids and like knew everyone. In the schools, local schools, you get to know everyone. You see people at the shops, and this is when Perth was a little bit smaller as well. But like, they'd say to me, "Hey, I saw you running along here." I'm like, "Oh, yeah." And then I saw Matt on his bike, and I'm like, yeah, he does the bike thing, I do the running thing. And I'm telling you, it used to be so therapeutic. So if you can do that kind of thing, I recommend it. It's fun. But you need the music. That helps. Bit of a beat to run to. Gives you a bit of a, pumps you up. Just like an aerobic class, gets you pumped up. But yeah, I really enjoy running, and don't get to do it anymore. Why am I talking about it then? But yeah, I'll be swimming in summer, hopefully, if I can speak to, the cardiologist and get that comfort of knowing this is safe and this isn't safe, because I'm not going to be stupid. Isn't it sad that you grow up your whole life being told that being physically fit, Christoph, that's just really inappropriate language. That was Christoph. Inappropriate. He swore. Mm-hmm. I know the difference between their chirps now. Really? What is he talking? No, he's distracting me. He's so cute. He's such a pretty boy. But I tell you what, Jazzy, her eyes don't they don't stop looking at me the whole time I'm around her. She's so cute. I think she's bonded with me. I think she sings. She kind of has like a singing speech. It's really cute. Kind of reminds me as a kid. I used to sing everything. As if like, isn't it funny when you find your voice and then you just, yeah, you become weird about it. But I used to sing. There was one phase of my childhood when I would just sing everything. Anyway, but yeah, Jazzy has like a little singing way she communicates. And then when they're like smooching and stuff and grooming each other, it's just like get a room. But when they're doing that, there's just so much little cutesy little chirpsies going on. Anyone that has budgies would know what I'm talking about, or birds. But you know what? I saw a parrot this morning on TV and I want one. It says words. When I was a little girl, my family called me a parrot. They used to say, oh, don't say that in front of her. Shh. Because I would repeat it. Not just once, or twice, or 3 times, many times. I was a parrot. So that was my nickname as a kid. You're such a little parrot. Yeah, it's those Scottish cheeks, isn't it? I mean, they're gone. Oh, no, they're still there. But like when I was a little kid, that was... When you've got 22Q and you're short stature and you got that kid chub, yeah, Flintstone feet, fat face, real fat face. I don't even think you could see my eyes barely. Like, anyway, so today is just uneventful in that way. Well, it's not uneventful. Having a bath put in is a pretty big deal, I guess. But because, as you know, it's been a long time waiting, and an ethical provider to perform it. So, to produce it, to make it happen. Like, look at the difference, guys. I'm telling you, if you are eligible for SDA, please make sure you choose your provider wisely, because the difference is huge, night and day. These people actually spend your money on you, not all of it on them and their investors. Their investors always get well paid. Don't ever feel guilt. Investors of these properties do really well compared to general normal investing, okay? They're happy. Anyway, I had my inspection yesterday and I got a compliment, and so was very proud of me. And the gentleman that did the inspection said that it's, what did he say? He said it was what, about
The most beautiful home he has ever seen.
that's just so beautiful. Like, but then again, every real estate agent says things like to me like, your house always smells so good. Your house is always so nice and so pretty. I always get that, especially the smell thing. It's like, what do you mean? But then again, I do weird things, and Sir doesn't, though. He doesn't do this bit, but maybe I should teach him. In my sink, I always used to clean, but that was mainly because we had like 4 of us at home. We only got, now it's just the 2 of us, which is great because it's just cleaning up after 2 people. A lot easier. But basically, I used to clean my sink. Look, guys, you got a sink, Jiff it. Beautiful. Mwah. Beautiful sink. It's just clean because Jif has a little bit of bleach in it. It makes it shine. Trust me, if yours is dull and crappy, spray and wipe is good for in between, but you've got to Jif it. Know how to clean your house. I'm telling you, we think that it's just stupid, but who doesn't love a clean house? Everyone says they love it, but they don't go home and do it. Anyway, I think bring back cleaning inspo. I'm just saying Jif is brilliant for bathrooms. I use it on my shower screens. You don't need that BAM. I don't know what you guys have in different countries, but we have BAM. You don't need it. You need a scourer that's not the rough ones, just the normal low grade one. That bit of elbow grease, and basically Jif is your friend. Okay, it's actually a UK product, but all of us Aussies are pretty much, UK, aren't we? Can't deny that, can we? So we use it a lot here. So I use it on my kitchen sink. It's rarely me doing it, but that's what we use, and it makes it shine. So you can do heaps of cooking, and it can go all dull and smelly and gross. Jif, mwah, smells good. As in, like, neutralizes all the smells. And also, there's this fridge spray. Is it still in existence, the vanilla spray? Yeah. You can make your own, though. All you do is you get distilled water and vanilla extract. And I don't know what the portion is. The ratio would be, I would say the ratio would be 1 to 4 or 5. So 4 or 5 would be the distilled water, and then the 1 is the vanilla extract. I'm telling you, it's they use it for fridge cleaning in Australia. That's what ours is used for. It is food grade safe. So it's just basically vanilla extract and water. You can make your own. Just keep the bottle that it comes with and make your own. That's all it is. But anyway, what I used to do was, and particularly if I had people come over, I would clean my house like I normally did. I'm old-fashioned. I'd clean my house, which was just a normal routine whether I had people coming over or not, after the kids had gone to work or school or whatever age group they were, and spray in each sink 2 sprays of vanilla spray. And so my kitchen smelled beautiful. And I love incense sticks. They're a good one. They kind of get rid of anything that's got that smoky, like, infusion style, but not cigarette smoke. Ugh, that is gross. But a nice incense stick that is a nice scent to you. I guess everyone's unique, but I burn them because it just gets rid of any stubborn thing. And then of course fresh air. Open everything up in the morning. Even in winter, I used to do that. Even when it was freezing, I just turn the heater up, open everything up. I was normally hot and whatever from doing vacuuming, mopping, or whatever. But I'm just saying, like, open your windows. Fresh air. Don't forget about that. Particularly, even in winter, we forget. Just some fresh air is needed. So cleaning tips I've been giving, that's nice, isn't it? That's what rent inspections do to you. But anyway, it gives them confidence in us now. And we've been invited to do what for the expo? We've got the Disability Expo coming up.
Connect Expo. Your SDA provider is wanting to use you as a case study.
Yay. So yeah, I'm basically happy to do that because you know why? They are super duper awesome. They care. The people that run this place basically, now look, there's investors behind it and they get their money and they're happy. Then you've got the people that run it. They have a disability background. They're not the private sector idiots that don't know shit about disability. Just saying. It kind of helps when they know disability, because then they understand all the things you don't have to explain. They get it, and they appreciate the fact that, and to me, this is something that I wanted to talk about anyway, which I'll probably expand upon later in more of an in-depth thing of autism and generations and the difference between them of outcomes. And I know it's a sensitive topic, and I know that parenting is a sensitive topic on should we be doing this or should we be doing that, or should, it's a touchy thing to say to a parent, maybe if you did this you get a better result. No one should really tell you how to parent. So I want that to be clear. I don't want to offend, but I am grateful that I'm an X generation autistic that was pushed to my full potential. I worry that some generations, some parenting styles, not out of malice, guys, out of just probably love, are not letting their autistic person, not just as a child, as an adult, actually reach their full potential by a little bit of hands off, let them do it. They have to, and I know it's hard to watch us learn things. We learn things slow, long, hard, make many mistakes. I mean, I don't know how many times Sir has had to come to the rescue of some absolute nightmare of what I've done, either in the kitchen or the frustration of trying to achieve something, the meltdowns I've had even when I was at university and there was a tough assignment. I had meltdowns, didn't I? I'd have a meltdown. This question is stupid. It's a trick question. And the lecturer won't even give me any hints. I get excited when I get excited. So basically, life is tough being autistic. It doesn't go away. Christoph has a lot to say this morning. He's so obnoxious, that one, I tell you. Hand change. So basically, I'm just saying, like, I had this discussion with Sir, and I do worry that, and I did the same with my autistic, I think we can do too much protecting because of our vulnerabilities. We know our vulnerabilities. We know their vulnerabilities. And so we want to protect them. But the problem is we're stopping growth. We are. We do have to acknowledge that because we don't know, even for a neurotypical child, you don't know their full potential unless you step back. Of course, the foundations are our job. Our job is always foundations. Always make sure that they're child rights are met, every single one of them. And if you want to look up child rights, you can look it up just on the internet. There are things that if you want a guide on how to make sure that your child is getting their needs met, there is one. But basically, we do need to step back. What a performer. He's cute, isn't he? Alrighty. They're having a flight. Is it a good flight path? Clear? Yeah. Yeah, Jesse's happy. Oh, Christoph. What's wrong? What? I'm getting a parrot. I've decided. You know the green ones, Matt?
28.
Yeah,
Oh
the
my
ones that
gosh.
talk. The ones that go, hello, how are
Oh.
you? What? Why? You don't.
Well, between you parroting and then the parrot parroting, everybody's going to be
Best
parroting.
friends.
It's going to be like a loop.
Best friends. They agree. They want a friend who talks to them. Oh, can you imagine? Willow. He'll probably drive him mad. He'll be like, what are you talking to me for? Can you imagine that? A cat with a bird, and the bird calling its name and the cat going, you're my lunch. My lunch is calling my name. Who can say that? The food chain, you know. My lunch just called my name. Christoph. He's trying to one-up me at the moment. In conversation, he's like, I'm going to yell above you, Mum. Oh, my God. Okay. I know I would bring them in here, but the thing is I'm trying to keep everything nice and clear and clean because of the bath coming in. I know, Jazzy. She's got the quiet little... Oh, she's so cute. So yeah, I do wonder whether we sometimes... I know I overcompensated with my children. I don't think that was a good thing. That's on me. But basically, I think with autistics, I worry that how much is too much and how much is too little. We need support. We need guidance. There's therapies we needed, yes. In my day, those therapies were given by the school. So I think in Australia they're going back to that, by the way, which isn't a bad thing, guys. I promise you, I have been a special needs child in Australian school system, in special needs education, and I'm telling you, they can do it. These people, they know what they're doing. If they knew back then, they know now. And they work on everything that we struggle with. Everything, not just the A, B's and C's and 1, 2, 3s. Everything. So please have some faith in it. And look, I'm not saying that if you know things aren't being done right, you should step up, ring the education department and say, this is not good enough. I advocated for my child. I was a mama bear and I was very involved in my autistic child's life. Both of them really, but particularly because one of them was gifted, and so he would finish his work and then be a little bit disruptive. Kind of sounds a bit like me in some subjects at school, my special interest subjects, right? Yeah. So I was like, it was difficult because when you've got a child that's a natural born leader and a natural confident person, you want to still keep that intact, but at the same time teach them how to respect authority and all the rest of it. But he was gifted, so it was difficult because he was smart. And then my autistic, it's like I made sure with tutoring, with speech therapy, and it's more professional in his generation than it was for mine. Australia is backwards, guys. Okay, our medical system right now, 20 years behind everyone else. It's embarrassing, humiliating, and dangerous. So basically, yeah, like make sure you advocate for your kid to get their needs met. But once you've done the foundations, there has to be a point where even though you might be looking at it too closely and you're seeing little growth. Step really back, and even though you're seeing little things happen, I mean, if you met me at, say, 18 to 21, total different person without the experiences that I've had. And yes, a lot of the experiences that I've had weren't good because of not being protected, because in my day of autism, those vulnerabilities weren't protected past school age. It just wasn't. Um, Even for the diagnosed autistics, Australia is just not good. For my era, it was not protective. So it's still a problem now. Disability in Australia, we still have high stats of abuse towards autistic people or disability people in general. So it's still a problem, and they keep promising to work on it, but we can only hope. So it's about our own vigilance and knowing your rights, knowing how you should be treated. And I know that we can't always advocate for ourselves, especially if you're like me and you have selective mutism. You must have advocates. You must have an enduring power of guardian for health, at least. Some other people to speak for you, especially when your comprehension can't comprehend. And when you've got something like what I've got, 22Q, and you're dealing with high-end specialists and they like to be a bit smart-arsy, you need that representation, because my comprehension isn't there. It's like, when I've had specialists lie to my face, right, about medical facts, it's very hard for my brain to understand the game that I get taught by others. It's a game and there's this going on, and people teach me that, and I appreciate that, but my brain cannot comprehend lying. I get white lies, I understand them because it's normally to save someone's feelings. I don't want to hurt someone's feelings. I can understand others not wanting to hurt someone's feelings. So, but actual pathological lying, it makes me angry. Social injustice, I can't comprehend it. I have integrity of honesty. Makes me mad. Makes me mad. Makes me not understand it. It's like, why? And I go in circles with my OCD of why, and thoughts of it. And Sir's got to deal with that. But anyway, I do think that I want parents of autistics to know, no matter what level, and our levels can change from day to day, age to age. I know over the ages, like I said, I wouldn't say boo when I was a young adult. And when I see things like Love on the Spectrum and all those youngins there, I go, wow, like, you guys have just, I'm not saying that it's perfect for autism in the world, but compared to me, the squashing and the absolute ableism towards me made me not say boo. I didn't have confidence at that age. I didn't have the speech, the vocabulary, the comprehension. I didn't have enough education behind me. I was still in the early days of learning. I was going through education, yes, but takes a long time to learn. Just think about our autism in other ways. It took us a long time to learn to speak. It took us a long time to learn for me to ride a bike like other kids. Other kids are riding bikes, young, is 5 and 6, and here I am at 9, still asking for my training wheels to be put back on because I'm falling off my bike. So yeah, we all develop at different paces, but I'm just saying, I made it to university. I made it in, and I'm not going to say it's easy, and I'm actually going to say here I should have had more support through it, but I had children, I had everything. and I should have had more supports for that. As in, not like I couldn't do the job, not like I couldn't manage majority of the situations. It's just that I didn't have the understanding that I should have, of like, I don't even know how to explain the things. It's like there's blind spots that I wasn't aware of, which I am now. But of course, I'm postmenopausal, can't have kids now, and my health would not allow it. So basically, an autistic has the potential to achieve more. We all do. Don't ever self limit. Don't ever limit your child, whether they're an adult or a child. Don't limit their anything. I mean, for example, how do you explain it? Like when I went to university, it was a struggle at first. I took longer to do my homework. I took longer to understand concepts. I took longer to do everything for the whole 3 years. However, in third year, when I'd rattle off first semester information, everyone was stunned without a book in front of me. I I swear, a small little savantism, or what do you want to call it, because there's a spectrum. I'm not like hugely on the spectrum of that, but I think there's a small bit of that with my special interest, because it just, I can retain things that are my special interest so well, and I can speak about it for hours, which annoys the shit out of everyone. It's not a good trait, really, because not everyone's interested. Anyway, that's just the annoying thing about being autistic sometimes. And when we get poked, we go, okay, yep, sorry. Understanding not everyone's into this. I will zip it now. But to some people, they love it. I've had people say to me, oh my God, I could talk to you for hours. Let's talk. Because they want to know about all these things. And I love that, and I appreciate that. So just know, you're an autistic person, there is someone that does want to hear what they have to say on their special interest. And I guess it's a bit like, go that way, like the Montessori way. Lead them into their special interests heavy. Make them go into that more, because that is where their strength is going to be. That is possibly where their career is going to be. It is possibly where they're going to shine. And they're going to be at least able to, I guess, participate in society, because society refuses to change for us. So sadly, we're still having to fit into them. So help them in whatever they're good at. Everyone has a talent. Even if you're not autistic, you have a talent too. So go into that thing that you're good at even more. Get better at it and use it to your advantage. Because we're all talented at something different. We're all different. But I just think that there is an issue there of, I'm noticing that, I'm glad that that we've kept our autistic self-esteem high. That was not the case for my generation. We were, I guess, their opinion of us autistic kids was, we've got to snap them out of this. We've got to make them appear normal like the other children. That was the approach. And in that approach, as you can imagine, being compared to someone who's got a different brain structure, who has different abilities, who is way ahead of you in comprehension, education, doesn't have 3 learning disabilities, intellectual disability, developmental delays, doesn't have any of that, speech problems, not fair, right? Not a fair, equal platform. However, that's what we were put into. So our self-esteem went down. We had to build that in adulthood. Some never did, though. I know people that are still, they doubt themselves. They pick on themselves. They're really hard on themselves because of that, from my generation. And that's sad. I am a stubborn little cookie. And whenever I get told, you can't do that, I go, watch me. So go do it. I'm a little shit, basically. But that trait can be turned into a positive, as in the stubbornness can be pushed into a positive way. With everything about us can be made more positive than negative. Always remember that. You can put your negative traits that you do. We all have them. We can turn it into a positive somehow. Sometimes our stubbornness can be our persistence and sticking something out. Sometimes quitting is the best thing to do for certain things. Sometimes quitting is actually the right decision in certain situations too. Every negative can sometimes be a positive. But I'm just saying, challenge yourself, challenge your autistic person, see what they can do, make sure that they are having the opportunity to reach their potential. You don't know where that is. Trust me, I never thought, when I go back to my adult years of just becoming an adult for the first, let's say, 5 years of adulthood, childhood, teenage years, different person. Never would have thought this is where I would have achieved. I was the only female out of my year group to go to university. And they laughed at me at the high school reunion because it's true. The school knew, and that's why I had special privileges of, like, I could walk out of class and then come back. I would challenge the teachers. Like I said, my English lit teacher, the conversation of Animal Farm was lengthy and stressful for him. Anyway, reach your potential. Because I think that sometimes I'm noticing that out of love, that there's some, like, limiting behaviors going on in some autistics out there. And however, I praise those parents that have raised them with all the therapies they've needed, and you're lucky that you have their therapies out of school to even turn to, because I know in Australia I didn't have that. Even if my parent wanted the best in that area and focused on that lacking that I had, there wasn't such a thing. It was done at school, and they did well. I do believe so. I believe that I did my best as well. I was a very determined person. I am a very determined person. It's always been told to me by others as well, so I know I am. But I know it's out of love, guys, but just step back, let them struggle until it becomes, literally, it could become a talent of theirs from a struggle. It's a bit like when I learnt to figure skate. Just getting on skates was like, stupid. I can't skate. What am I doing? I told my uncle that. I sat on the benches and just was like, must have had the look of like, I can't do this. And he's like, no, you can. This is the first time you've skated. What are you expecting to just to be able to skate? That's a little bit, you know. Why do you think it's that easy? You need to practice. Practice. And he pulled the lady over, the ladies that work there, to keep the rink, the rink? Is that what they call it? The rink, don't they? Yeah. Why have I forgotten this? I used to go there for years. I was a good skater. I had no fear. I was told to have a bit more fear. I never broke a bone. I was very lucky. Pretty much every session there was an ambulance called. Not the session of, like, learning figure skating, but like the actual sessions, there was always an ambulance called. All these parents go, let's go skating as a family. And then, like, the mum or dad would break a bone and you just go, oh my God. Anyway, I went from that attitude, and he goes, you know what? If you have the attitude of, I'm not going to be able to skate, then you're not going to be able to skate. If you want to learn to skate, this lady, learn. And so she taught me this and taught me, we skated on the carpet, safer. This is roller skating. I'm not an ice person in Australia. We don't have ice. Well, we do, but Not where I live. No, we don't have snow. I don't know anything about snow. I've been to the Swiss Alps. I've looked across the water at the, yeah, I've been there. Yeah, but I didn't get to touch the ice and the snow. And we were meant to go to England and visit family, but we ran out of money. So we had to come home to Australia. But anyway, it was a wonderful experience. I loved it. And basically, look what happened to me. I turned out to be a figure skater. So things that you're not good at, even as an autistic, there's just no excuse. It just means that we have to try harder than others. And if you want to say, oh, I have to try harder, so I'm not going to, then don't. But just know that you're never going to get the blessing of achievements. And that goes for neurotypicals too. So it's kind of a motivational talk now, isn't it? Just give it a go. This is for young people because I know that when you get old, you're just like, I was going to chill. But you want to make sure that you get to this age, because if I hadn't done all the achievements I've done before this, I wouldn't be so content. So you youngins, go forth and prosper. Okay? Get out there. Reach your potential. Love you all. Catch you later. The weekend's coming. Yippee-yay-yay doesn't mean anything for me. There's no difference. I've got a specialist appointment on Monday. Stressing me out. But anyway, it'll be fine. And I'll be bathing this weekend. Yeah, bath. Anyway, I will show you it. I will give you the royal tour. And I'll be in my bathers though, which is a bit weird in a bath. But you know, to show you the whole thing, because I highly recommend it. However, it's very difficult to get hold of one in the system, but anyway. And the expo, if you're in Perth, the expo is when?
Next Friday, Saturday.
Next.
It's free to attend.
What's the dates? Because this video, when do I post this video?
The
Perth
will be
Disability Expo at the, what do you call it?
Convention
The Convention Centre in Perth. I keep thinking Entertainment Centre because I'm old.
Starts Friday the 16th.
Friday the 16th.
And 17th of August.
And Saturday the 17th of August.
It's sponsored by St. Jude's. It runs for 2 days.
Sponsored by St. Jude's. Thank you, St. Jude's.
Free access. There are
free.
200.
It's for free.
220. What do you call them?
Stalls,
presenters.
Wow.
Yep.
Now I highly recommend go. I can't, because it's just physical exertion for me that I can't give, because I've got to share it around other life activities. But Sir's going. And I highly recommend it, guys, because there's things out there that you don't know about that you need to know about, because quality of life is what you deserve as a disabled person. So, and if you're not in Australia, please look up for your expos in your country. I'm sure you have them too. They're worth it. There is technology happening in disability sector. It's amazing. So anyway, you'll see my bath. It's amazing. It's clever. It's a safety bath. There's a safety door that just opens and it floods all the water out, so that if I go into a seizure in it, or I'm having some event in it, ambulance has got to come and get me, we can get me out, right? Safety first. So it's wonderful. So anyway, if you're in Perth, I highly recommend you go to this expo. And I just believe in disability expos full stop, no matter where you are. They're great things. There's lots of little tools and things you don't even know about. It's a bit like so many just little items that can keep you safe. There's just so many things, from autism to physical disabilities, because I know that autism, how many of us have physical disabilities? I mean, the percentage is massive. So it's complex. So anyway, there's a gadget for everything and there's an item for everything. Anyway, I'll catch you later. Bye.